Good evening, everybody, and a very warm welcome to the Center for the Less Good Idea. It's really wonderful to see our space as full as it is this evening. This evening we present the open moment. To those of you who haven't experienced an open moment, it pretty much says what its name says it will do. It's a moment to open up a process to an audience. We've been extremely blessed and fortunate to have had Vincent Sekwati Manstoe with us this week from Monday, working with 5 dance artists. Come on through, Vincent. We've got Vincent's been working with Smangaliso Ngwenya, Phumlani Mndebele, Thulisile Binda, Thandiwe Mqokeli, and Musa Mpongo. So what you're about to experience this evening is really a continuation of this process, of this incubation that has been taking place. So this week and this evening is doing 2 things that the SO Academy are deeply invested in. And that is this moment of learning that takes place when artists find each other in a space and discover new things in finding each other in the space on the floor. And particularly in this instance, the deep work of intergenerational learning. So these 5 artists have had the most extraordinary opportunity of working with Vincent, who's been so generously sharing his deep knowledge of this technique that he has developed over decades, this deep investigation and interrogation of form that he has created. So much learning has happened in the space. But then the second thing is that we get to then extend that learning and expand it into this format with you so that you are brought really close up to the processes and strategies that Vincent employs when he creates work. So what you'll experience this evening are some fragments that have emerged through the week. But what it really is this moment for Vincent to do more sharing, to give you a sense of what foundation that is built upon through his philosophy, through his methodology, and then to give you the first-hand experience of seeing work being sculpted in front of you. So they're delicate moments of 3 scenes that are still very new. We've been working since Monday. But it gives you a sense of how the seeds are planted, the philosophy behind those seeds, and the potential of where they might go. So with that, again, a warm welcome, and please enjoy your evening. Before I do that, please make sure that your phones are either on silent or on airplane mode. And please, I know you're all incredibly sensitive, but this is very delicate work. Vincent will speak to the nature of this work. It takes profound concentration, and there's a deep sort of spiritual and physical connection that happens in this work. So we request that you please refrain from eating, and particularly from eating loudly, and really taking care with your drinks, and really investing your energy in what is unfolding in front of you. And with that, have a wonderful evening.
Yeah. So, let me just get naked on my feet. Okay, so good evening, everybody. I'm sure you are wondering what was happening. So yeah, good evening again. Good evening, good evening. So it is with utmost gratitude and respect that I'm here and to be working with these beautiful spirits here this evening for the whole week. And then of course with Micca, who just joined us recently after a long journey as well. But we're going to talk about this process that you just saw. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Mafube. And what is Mafube? Yes, it's in my mother tongue, in Sesotho. Mafube simply means dawn. Yes, and then dawn is quite very important in a spiritual situation. I come from a family of sangomas, of shamans. And as a young person, I woke up with a drum that was calling the importance of reconnecting to oneself. Hence, you will be seeing we have 7 drums here, which I'll talk about it a little bit later on. However, the whole process of dawn, of Mafube, is that, is the moment of having to listen. To listen to those unheard, to listen to yourself, to come back to yourself. Because it is believed that, of course, the shamans, they use this opportunity to unlock certain elements of beyond themselves. So in this process that you just seen is that everything, it has to be taken with a patience, with a respect, with a resilience. And more importantly, is that, yes, is physical in a certain way. There is no hurry, ladies and gentlemen. There is no hurry. Hence, the idea of listening. To listen to the voices that, they roam in the middle of the night. Because the idea of Mafube is about really trying to connect to yourself and to other self. Ladies and gentlemen, when we are being conceived, we don't come alone. We come in couples. Yes, we come in couples. And those couples, when they come at night or during the night, more in particularly, between 3 o'clock in the morning and 4, to be precise. And this is the moment where the power of the spirits, they take charge. Yeah. So my work is truly invested into this realm of spirituality. And the whole process of it is that, the respect that comes with it, it should not be taken lightly. And today, I'm in the process of trying to pass on this knowledge that, yes, as individuals, we have our own spiritual path, but at the same time, there are certain things that, they can be unlocked with the simplicity, with the resistance, and elasticity. And you'll see a little bit later on. Yes. So Mafube, ladies and gentlemen, is truly about trying to have this conversation with yourself, and your other self. Yes. Because one thing is for sure, ladies and gentlemen, one thing is for sure. Every single human being has another you. Yes, and this is what now I go into a deeper sense of what I call Peu. P-E-O. Yes, again, I use a lot of the traditional language so that people can understand where I come from. Yes, Peu, it simply means seed. Umbio. Yes, and that also, it comes when you are being conceived. Every human being has that. And to be having this conversation with yourself, it unlocks this opportunity for us, or for you, to be able to make sure that, whatever happens, everything is within the body. It's not about the peripheral. Now, if we are talking more about now the physical form part of it, is that, yes, Peu, it has to take charge, but then it has to come from somewhere, that Peu, again. Yes, hence, when we are now much more in tune with this Mafube, this nature that, is surrounding us. Because we cannot, ladies and gentlemen, we cannot. I didn't see you there. Hello, Sanibonani. We cannot, ladies and gentlemen, separate ourselves from nature, from the universe. Yeah. So my work is truly embedded in that. Is truly embedded in that. Because I truly believe that, once I understand the importance of having to connect with that spirituality and the physical part of it as well, that's when, I feel completely honest about what I do, unapologetically, and then making sure that, every single part of my body is connected to the movement coming from the spirits. And then we are going to be talking about certain things a little bit later on, which are connected to this universe of the technique that I created over 30 years ago. And the technique is called Koba. Very simple. Yes, Koba. K-O-B-A. And yet again, I talk about this technique in my mother tongue. Yes, I talk about this technique in my mother tongue because it's the essence of where I come from and who I am. Yeah. So Koba, what is Koba? It's also very much connected to this Mafube, because nothing is separated, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing. Yeah. Then what is Koba? It's very simple and very effective at the same time. And Koba is simply, it means bend or plie, meaning bend your legs or your knees. Simple as that, and nothing more. But I will go a little bit more further, ladies and gentlemen, because Mafube is the first creation that before anything can happen, when the sun is coming out, the first light, when it's coming on, already we have created this energy from before, which is the before dawn itself. Yeah. So Koba, it takes place in my grandmother's yard. Before we used to have a concrete in the yard. It was just the dust. It was only dust. So every single morning, my grandmother will wake up, of course, and she will start bending her knees, and then, oh, by the way, before we used to have, and now we have this swiping thing, isn't it? And but the traditional way, ladies and gentlemen, I do hope that you remember the small broom, about this long of very short. So either my grandmother or my auntie or my siblings, mainly women, of course, in most of the cases, get up, bend, take the broom, and swipe the yard. And by swiping this yard, ladies and gentlemen, this old lady, she will literally, after an hour and a half or so, even 2 hours sometime, because she will be having some, I'll come back to that. She will be literally coming up like nothing happened. The power that she has accumulated during this hour and a half or 2 hours, it was existing in her body. If visually you could see it. And then at the same time, you could understand that this woman, this old lady, she was not here at all. Because while she was swiping, ladies and gentlemen, she will be murmuring something, whatever. And she will be talking and talking and talking and talking and talking. Yet at the same time, this gesture, it will be a form of cleansing the past, renewing, bringing in the new into her body. So she will be in a conversation, not only by herself. And I thought she was mad. I said, why is this granny talking by herself? But no, she was not actually talking by herself. She was in conversation with herself and her other self and her spirits at the same time. Because already she had prepared during Mafube. She has prepared that conversation. And then the conversation will go on for a longer time. So everything, by that time, it was connected. There was no separation at all. So Mafube, ladies and gentlemen, for me, is vital in my work because even though I live in Europe, I have my drum, and I still wake up 4 o'clock in the morning, I still beat it. To awaken this power that, sometimes I cannot even understand it, but then I can feel it, that is here, yeah? And then having to have this conversation during the morning time is crucial, ladies and gentlemen, where the drummer is able to push the boundaries and then open this ability to bring in the new into the body. And that's what my grandmother was doing all the time. So what I want to do, ladies and gentlemen, at this present moment is to try to demonstrate for you that between the koba itself, the technique, and Mafube, everything is connected. because again, I talk about a lot of African animal totems, because we cannot separate the two. Yeah? And then in this technique of Koba, I talk quite a lot about Ngwenya, or Ikwena, or the crocodile. I talk about the peacock, because these are the African symbols of having to be connected with nature itself. There is no separation, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, so we're going to demonstrate for you just a bit, not the full of it, because if we do everything, it will take us 5 hours. No, literally. Yes, so we're going to demonstrate for you so that the dancers can be able to understand, the process of Koba, how I'm actually going through the movements, so that whenever they do things, it's not about war. Asintwa. This is not about war, ladies and gentlemen. It's about the communication, talking to yourself. Yeah? So when we do this, ladies and gentlemen, the dancers, of course, when I try to explain to them is that peu umbewo is the most vital element of the whole process of Koba itself. Without it, then yes, we fight with the body. Instead of working with the body, be in communication with it. There is a lot of negotiation between peu and the physical part of your body. Yeah. So again, Koba itself, yes, what is this gesture of swiping the yard? Yes, this gesture here. It literally, it gives us the opportunity to say that, when we go down, it's not that, I want to kill you. No, I can't. It's simply to say that, talk to them. The chest, that's where everything also connects. When you're going down, you are literally opening the doors on the ground and then talking with your ancestors as much as possible, while you are swiping at the same time. And yet you will see that, everything is physical. So hence, the physical meditation of Koba. Yeah. So please, guys, let's stand up. Oh, umzimba obuhlungu. Umzimba obuhlungu. Yes. So we're going to do just a little bit, guys. Yes, we're going to do our first initial positioning of the body, meaning that listening, to listen to the body, to listen to what is coming naturally into it, without having to force the body to do the movement for you, but then let your peu do the work for you. Yebo. So, our first introduction or the meeting of these different worlds is to listen deeper. And as I spoke about the peu, this is not about the external muscle of the hey. No, it's not about the external six-pack. No, it's not about the six-pack, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, there is another six-pack inside the body. Yeah, then umbeo wako or your peu, it really needs to be in tune, yes, with what's happening. So now, our first positioning is here, simply bending. Yeah, then we now going to be taking it more traditional, what they call it the porte-bras. Yes, if you do classical ballet, even contemporary, of course. But then I want to reverse that to put it in an African context now. Yes, so now this is the simplicity part of it. Yeah. Then of course, you are making sure that, umbeo wako or your peu, yes, is lifted. You are generating this oxygen inside the body, ladies and gentlemen, the power inside the body. Yeah, so now we're going to hold for a couple of seconds. I'm not going to be too long. Be patient with me, please. And we're going to open our hands, yes. Now, this, ladies and gentlemen, it demonstrates the tree. And our feet are the roots. And the tree trunk is here. And the branches are here. And then we're going to bring it back inside as much as possible, making sure that, of course, our legs are engaged as much as possible, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, without doing Elvis Presley. Yes, we open every single thing of our part of our body. And we open again, ladies and gentlemen. Then we now go into the heavens. Oh my goodness, this is so beautiful. We go into the heavens, embracing what comes naturally. Engaging those legs, lifting our pehu as much as possible, ladies and gents. And we're going to open the arms, letting our torso lift up. Yes. Now, before the storm comes, everything needs to be calm. And we're going to lift again. And we're going to open, and that's it. Yes. I'm not going to go for long, and then come back to our natural position. Yeah. So now, as I'm bending, especially my upper body, yes, it's like the leaves are taking charge, letting the sun embrace the chest as much as possible. And then we can feel the warmth of the sun, yes? And we come back to a neutral position. We are here. Very simple. And as we are going forward, ladies and gentlemen, we are doing koba itself. We're going all the way forward, yeah? So repetition, again, is very much to do with the traditional form. Repetition, making sure that you are now getting deeper inside your body. Yes, we hold here for a couple of seconds, and we're going forward again. And then we're going to open again. And we're going forward again. Now we're finished, yes? And we come back. And we're lifting the body up, making sure that your legs are engaged as much as possible. And we are here. Yebo. Now, remember I spoke about those African animal totems? And we are going for a flamingo. We're lifting that right leg up without falling. Purugudu. Yes, lifting either leg, yes? So as we're taking the leg up, and then we fly. Now, at this moment, ladies and gentlemen, everything is calm. There is no disturbance. We are going through something a little more different, coming from Mafube, ladies and gentlemen. And we open our legs to second position, engaging our legs again. Now the roots, yes, are engaged, making sure that your pehu is engaged as well, yeah? Now, we don't want a broken tree. We don't want a broken tree yet. Yes, we want to bring everything into place. And we open. And we close. We close, and we lift again, and all the way down. And we're going down, lifting our pehu as much as possible. And come back to neutral position. And now we're going for the storm. Now we're going for the storm, the actual koba itself. Yes. And now, as we do this, ladies and gentlemen, we are making sure that, whatever we do, this is not war. Yes, as I will say it in my mother tongue. Yes, asindwa. Asindwa, but simply a conversation, ladies and gentlemen, between yourself and your other self. Remember that, we have calculated that, we are from our Mafube, preparation and listening. Yeah. So as we do this, ladies and gentlemen, this is very dynamic. But then again, we are thinking about the three principles of the koba itself, which is resistance, elasticity, and simplicity. Yeah, because those are the foundations. Of course, we have our pehu, which is the core principle. Yes. So as we do this, ladies and gentlemen, our arms are going to go out dynamic. Yes. And then we're going to come back, and we're going to come out. Now, usually I say to the dancers, yes, if we take this for a longer period of time, I say when I'm counting, I'm so bad with counting. Yes. So when we go for the counting, yes, my counting is not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I call now. We have, ladies and gentlemen, yes, 1, breathe. 2, breathe. 3, breathe. 4, 5, 6, 7, until 12. And I say to you, Goba, meaning that your chest has to go closer to your to the ground. Excuse me. Yes. Then we've got the 3 sets, and then until we are here on our third positioning. Yeah. Now, you can imagine already I'm imitating some form of an animal while I'm here. Very, very important. Senyahlangana. Because it's very important. So once we finish that, yes, we're going to put our hands on the floor, and then we're going to extend both of our legs, and we're going to go goba a little bit more. And the second one. Everything is intact, ladies and gentlemen, and goba, and coming up, only 2 ladies and gents, the dancers I'm talking about, and goba. And we're going to only extend our right leg, pushing our left hand on the floor, penetrating that hand, opening your side, making sure that your pelvis is engaged, none of that. And we come back to center, we repeat the same process to the other hand. Yes, and then come back. And then we extend both of our legs, torso coming halfway up. We in Kosiam. Nang bang biza. Then calling me now. Now, we go to what I call the crocodile. These are not the push-ups, ladies and gentlemen. These are not push-ups at all. This is a crocodile, where you have to feel the power that is inside it. Yeah, you can see that when it's waiting there, it's got all these spikes. It's intimidating, isn't it? But that's not what is intimidating the most. It's the power that is inside it. As much as possible, then when it needs to fly, it can go. Our crocodile, with grace, engage your peu. Let me see your forehead. We're going down for 4. With control, with respect, with gratitude. We hold for 4. We come back for 1 count. We're going back all the way, back. And we wait. We go for releve. We are going for koba. We're going for right and left. Po, sante. We're going to the full scale of our koba and the crocodile itself. We're going all the way down. Again. Gratitude. 1. Toba. And 3. Now, the crocodile has a tail, ladies and gentlemen. The crocodile has a tail. 4 count to go down. 1 count to come up. All the way back. Releve, going forward. Lifting the tail. Koba. And 1 count. All the way back. Releve. Koba. Simplicity inside the body. Now, we're going to do one set, and then we're going to do the leg, the tail, bring in the tail inside, hold for a couple of seconds, and extend the leg to the back. Go, 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 go. Go to see. And down. Same thing to the other leg, and then come back. I'll go for short, ladies and gents. Yes, ukoba wethu masihlehleni. Masihlehleni. Take. Simplicity, elasticity, and simplicity, and resistance. Far, say, get up. Full extension. Then, Koba, that's it. Full extension. Hanama. Koba. Full extension. Koba. Take out. Open the right leg. Full extension. Go. 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 Change. Get. Go. Full extension. Let's go. Engage. Nalo. Go. Crocodile, take it. Ha. Now, we're taking the leg of the crocodile, right leg off, turning out. Go over for 4. 1, control. 2, 3, 4. Now at this point, I will say to the dancer, let that leg go a little bit. Engage in that peu. Extend the leg to the back. Parallel the leg. Lift the body up. Ngwenya. Leg on the floor. Releve. Go, see ya. Forward. Go, T. And left leg off. And turning out like a crocodile. Opening the leg. Preparing to go forward and leaping. Yebo phela. Goba, hey. Control. Hayi wena, bump down. Hayibo. Asenza ama hip hop. Extend the leg to the back. Parallel. And coming up all the way up. And all the way back. Now, breathe kancane. Kodwa. Forward. Oh no, no. Peu. Gana waso. Vula. Right leg off. Turning out. And Koba. Now, let that leg stay where it is. Push up from your belly. Hey, let that turn over. Now, turn over. Listen, listen, go down. Hey. Push the body up. Hey! Vula isandla. Ngewena uyapi? 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 And come back neutral. Relevant. Cover. Right leg and left going forward. Integrity. Integrity. Listen to yourself. Listen to what they're telling you without war. Listen to the melodies that comes naturally in the morning, the birds, the grass, swaying side to side, breathing with one in nature, integrity, and relax. Good. So this will be the introduction of Koba. But then again, ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't mean that, when you are doing Koba, yes, you are doing it for the sake of wanting to have a fabulous body. Nah. Ultimately, you'll have a fabulous body, but what is important is literally having to connect with yourself and your other self. Yeah. I sometimes do plan things, but then when I feel a certain energy coming in waves in my body, and that is when, I tend sometime to lose the senses that, I'm actually on stage. Because the whole process for me, when I create the work and even when I perform, yes, for me, it's not about the performance. Yes, it's not about the performance necessarily, but it's about, again, I spoke about it earlier on, how to channel these different energies and dynamics inside the body, utilizing my peu, and again, utilizing, this simple matter of Mafube, having to listen to the body. Slow down, literally slow down. I know we are living in a society or in the world of fast-paced things, yes, so I'm asking you to slow down and listen. Yes, slow down and listen. But not just listening to the noise that is happening outside, but then actually listen to the body inside. Yeah. So what we're going to do now is that the dancers, I call them my spirits, they're going to be demonstrating to you another, our second movement. Again, this is a physical meditation, it's a physical move that, of course, what I'm going to request, I'm going to tell them now that please don't lose sight of why are you doing this. It's not about the peripheral execution, but then ngaphakati. Yebo. Yes. And so when they do that, they will finish it, and then maybe we'll see what will happen after that, yes. Then if I corner isn't as a kondi, then I'll come in. I'll come in. I said, I corner, this is not it, yes. So while they're catching their breath after the koba, usually our koba exercise, it will go for about 5 sets. Yes, we start with the first set, and then second and third, and so on and so forth. And usually, just the set itself, it takes about 2 hours before we can even move. Yeah, before we can even move. So please, let's go for the second movement, please. Thank you very much. Breathe, breathe. Breathe. Bill, sa, contract, in so, breathe, breathe, goba, now so. Let's take it back a little bit. Do-dum, ding, ding, do, dum, do-dum, dum. The feeling is about soothing, unless if she get provoked. But then again, the sensation, ladies and gentlemen, is not just standing there for no reason. It is not also about my 10 or her 10. No. It's about truly trying to find a way for this process of her journey to be as much as possible as a soother. Got it? No. Sick, poco, sokoko. Say. Say, Go. Get. Go. Get. Ha. See. Goba. Hi. Wena. So, que. So, que say? Say, que, he, ha, hey. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, we are still in a process, ne? We are in a process where we're trying to figure out how is this different spirits, they can be connected as individuals or as a group, yes? So, Muhlawumbe, what I would like to do, just a small, yes, nothing major, ladies and gents, is that as we come into this, excuse me. As we come to this very delicate situations of the spirituality and the movement, we try as much to be honest about it, because otherwise we are in big trouble if we are not being honest about what we what we're doing and why we are here. So as we are progressing a little bit more, ladies and gentlemen, is that let's find this moment after the Sutha coming in, that when we do things, of course, we have to find a way now to be able to manipulate the body in a certain manner where, of course, the spirituality, it has to take over. Yes, without thinking about holding. Yes, ungabambi umzimba wakho bantu. Yes, let it go so that it can do the business of what it's supposed to be doing. So, is up. Please. Get to your position, Upi. Beautiful. Stand there. So now, about inyawo zethu, same principle of Smanga he was using, ladies and gentlemen, yes? So this leg, the right leg, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, this time, is going to go to the back. Now we are digging into the floor, opening the channels even more deeper, yes? Don't be apologetic to it, yes? Your right leg, we are not tapping the leg, we are penetrating the floor. Yes, it's not. I call. I win. Don't be gentle. Yes. Evoke. Bring them inside the body as much as possible, ladies and gentlemen. Now, make sure that you don't go to the knees. You don't go to your hips. Yes, it's about deepening the senses of the floor, ladies and gentlemen. Hear the rhythm again. Go, 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 go. Keep out of them. It's not on your knees. Knees really an issue. Go, 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 go. See. Masambi futhi. Go, 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 go. I'm not going to do slow for you. Because I want you to feel the power of the move and the power of the rhythm so that, you know, it's part of who you are. And of course, go, 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 go. Pumpa, ke. I win, easy. Aho. I said I'm not going to do slow for you. Basekhaya, when they talk to me, they don't say, I can manage it. Hamba, want to tortoise. Yes, no, I call. Jonga futhi. Ka. But then you have to look at the actual intention of my legs. Yes, so I'm not doing. I can't no man. Hey. Sadele. Ke. Nazo ke bheka futhi. Ropa bobo, ropa, takaranganga, singa, ha. Singa, ha. Hey. Tokodongonga, sinka, sinka, whoa! You have to think a little bit more. You have to think a little bit more like not tortoise. You have to think a little bit more about how ulokunja unogwachana. The rabbit, ne? Is hopping also go. Sapansi. No. Keep izandla lezo. Don't be shy, don't be stingy, man. Give your power to the universe. Hayiwona. Izakhe futhi. Go. Masithathe kuye lo uMusa. Hayi. Awukhiphe kanjalo nje phela nawe, hawu. Ladies and gentlemen, this is very serious business. This is very serious business. Gogodo. Kodwa ke guys, yes, on this. Nkosi yami. Hayi. The offerings, yes, the offerings, they're very important. When you are giving yourself, yes, the more your seed is working even more harder, and then the more again deeper into the going. So lana again. So masisha yefu together. One more time, and then we take it. No, only Musa. We're taking from Musa. So once you heard that rhythm, yes, Okay, guys. So just before we, I actually just want them to do it one more time. But before that, yes, before we continue from the first entrance of ours, yes. Now let's try to get your bull. This is a bull, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, really taking care of the animal inside the body. And shift. Yes. Get that bull going. Yebo. Okay, good. And then nakhona ke Thandiwe, please be careful that mawenza ilokhunja le rhythm lakho lena ne. See. Back here ungahambisi ikhanda. Tsoko. See. Yes, sir. Okay, thank you, my son. Yes.
So can you cut the percussion piece and go straight to number 3?
Number 3, yeah.
Keep it quite short? Or talk a bit percussion and just show through. Up to you, but you have to keep it quite short.
I'm going to go short on the percussion. Yes. Okay, thank you. So I'll be a little bit quick, ladies and gents. Thank you. She's preparing herself to do koba as well with a broom. As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, we have 7 drums on stage with us. And these particular drums, they are very traditional, of course, made for the sangomas, is most, if I want to be more specific, for the sangomas. And as you can see, that the 7, they basically represent the 7 days of the week. And of course, they're very much connected into the law of Mafube. Yes. These are very important because they are the first sound that, are being made when the call is being given. Yes. So, and then what is very important in this process that, of course, this nowadays, we beat the drums, especially these ones, with the sticks. Yes, but then more traditionally, these drums, they have to be played with your hand, meaning skin to skin. Yes, skin to skin. Why skin to skin? Because they give a certain energy and power and the depth of trying to get deeper into the spiritual realm. Yes. So earlier on, I wanted to talk a little bit more about the relationship between the drums or the drum and the sangoma or the spiritual person, that how much they relate into each other. Yes, but then again, there is this room for a third spiritual power that, we have, which is like, the ability to open the body to the possibilities that, yes, even though, we have this relationship between a spiritual person and then the drum being played with a skin to skin, this element of power that, is always in vibration with the natural nature that, we are living in, is that, the rhythms that, the percussionist or the player, they have their rhythm that they do usually following the law. Yes, following the law of the traditional sangomas that, they have to play a certain rhythm for this particular part of their journey. And then again is that, while they're playing their rhythm, as a spiritual person, you also have your own rhythm inside the body. Yes, so it doesn't necessarily mean that, you are going to be contradicting the rhythm that is being played in there. Yes, by the drummer. But then it's the opportunity to literally open different doors so that, these interaction or this communication between these rhythms, they are ultimately become one. Yes, ultimately they become one. Because the body itself has got its own rhythm. Yeah. So, for example, I'll be very, very short, ladies and gentlemen. Just a small demonstration, because we are, as they say in my mother tongue, in Sesotho, yes, yes, meaning that the time is on my heel. Yes, so it's a little bit short. So I will ask Micca to play the drum. Is gupu, yes, as we call it, is gupu. He will play his own rhythm, yes, and then I'll just come in with my own rhythm, yes, so that, everything, it becomes one. Yes, even though, yes, you may feel like, oh, no, I'm contradicting, what he's playing, but no, it's not about that, yes. So thank you, Micca. Mm-hmm. So, as we are coming to the conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, of our tiny, small process, I'd like to leave you with our last movement. And then we definitely will see where it's taking us. And again, this is only just the beginning of our journey. And this is not a performance. It's merely the idea of opening these doors for a spiritual process of ours, that what we do from now on is, of course, to open these doors for these young people to give themselves the chance and the opportunity to go even more further with their art. And again, this is not a performance. It's not something that, we have to do it lightly. And we are not here to convince you to say this is a creation. No, it's not a creation at all. It's simply just to try to work together to educate each other in a different way. Yeah. So I'm going to leave you with the last movement, and then we'll say, Kamako. Thank you. Thank you. Okay.
Folks, that's it for this evening, but before we all leave just from the center, an enormous thank you to the ever incredible Micca, Manganye, these astonishing young dancers. Another round. And Vincent, we want to say an enormous thank you again for sharing your wisdom and your grace with us so generously for the whole week, but then also doing it with an audience with such simplicity, elasticity, not even resistance, but ease. We know that your work, we understand that your work really requires this very careful navigation between dimensions and realms in real time, and to ask you to do that in front of an audience is a very big ask. So we are humbly very, very grateful for doing that and for doing it with such integrity and humility. Thank you all. Thank you, Vincent. Thank you for being with us. Be safe. See you next time.
Thank you.